Alan Hamilton. It's AlanHamilton. I'm the commanding officer of Operations Valley Bureau for the Los Angeles Police Department. So at approximately 5:20 this evening, there was an incident that occurred here at the corner of Topanga Canyon Boulevard and Irwin Street. At that time, an individual tried to enter an MTA bus here at the intersection and became involved in an altercation with the driver. The altercation started on the bus and then went onto the street here on the sidewalk. During that altercation, the driver of this MTA bus sustained multiple stab wounds from the suspect. That suspect then fled the area, and we are out actively looking for that suspect at this time. We will soon provide digital images that were captured of the suspect here at the scene, and we will forward that, and we will also put that out on social media. The driver was transported to Northridge Hospital, where he's been treated for his injuries, and he is in the intensive care unit at Northridge Hospital. Mayor Bass has responded to the hospital and met with the family, as well as executives and board members from the Metropolitan Transit Authority. Right now, our investigation is centering here in the Woodland Hills area, but this suspect may be anywhere in either the San Fernando Valley or nearby areas, and that suspect may also still be riding either MTA buses or on public transportation, to include ride shares. So we're going to put this image out to the public, and we're going to seek the public's help in identifying and finding this individual so that we can effect an arrest and continue our investigation.
Can you describe him, Chief?
I'm sorry, one more time? Yeah, the
him?
suspect is a male white or possibly mixed race. He's approximately 6 feet tall. He has a black Adidas backpack on, a red shirt, and black shorts or black pants. He is approximately 18 to 20 years old. We have images of the suspect from the bus. Video. Yes.
Is there audio on the video?
We're obtaining that video right now. We'll have more available to the public shortly.
You said they attempted to enter the bus. This is just here for a bus stop?
At one point, the suspect did enter the bus. There was an altercation, and then he exited the bus.
So he stabbed him outside the bus?
The altercation continued outside, and we believe that's where the stabbing occurred.
It's outside. Would you describe him as a homeless or transient person?
We do not have any information regarding whether he is a person experiencing homelessness or transient at this time.
Do you have any idea what the altercation was about, what the conversation was about?
We do not know at this point.
There were a couple passengers on the bus at the time.
So there were other people that were in the area at the bus stop and on the bus. Those people have been interviewed by our detectives, and we have obtained additional information from those individuals.
And what kind of weapon was it, Chief?
All we know is that it was some type of a knife.
Anyone try to stop him afterwards? Any of the passengers?
As far as we know, there were no attempts to stop the suspect after he fled the scene.
And then, did anyone render aid to the driver?
I don't have that information on whether anyone that was at the scene rendered aid to the driver at the time it occurred.
Do you know where the stab wounds are located?
They're all on the upper torso. Yeah, above the waist.
Front or back?
All I can say is all I can really say at this point is they're above the waist, and I believe it is probably both the front and the back. Yeah.
Anything around the neck?
Unknown.
So just torso.
Upper torso. Yeah.
Was it one stab wound or multiple?
He was stabbed multiple times.
Do we have an age on the driver, guys?
I don't have any verified information. Do we have any?
We don't have the age.
Yeah, we do not have the age of the driver at this time.
Can you tell us how long the driver had been working with Metro at all?
We don't have any information on how long the driver has been employed by MTA.
Chief, can you talk about just safety on buses? I know this has been an issue. Metro introduced safety ambassadors to try and solve problems like this. Is it safe to ride public transportation in Los Angeles?
Well, I would say this. Our collaboration with the MTA extends back for years. We work very effectively with the MTA, and we seek to be present both on buses and on the rails. So I would say it's safe, but these types of incidents do occur. What I would say is people that are on public transportation still need to be aware of their surroundings. If they see something, they need to report it to either an MTA ambassador, to any law enforcement that may be working, whether it's the Sheriff's Department, Long Beach Police Department, or the Los Angeles Police Department, and they need to cooperate with investigations and provide information when it's known so that we can conduct effective investigations and remove people that are causing problems on the transit lines.
After seeing one played out elsewhere in the country of someone stepping in to stop someone on a public transit line and that person wound up dying, do you have any advice to people about stepping in or not stepping in if there is some kind of incident on public transit?
Well, if someone's armed with a knife and they're actively assaulting someone, my recommendation is that they not get involved and get injured themselves. If they can take effective action, that's a decision they have to make, but I am certainly not going to recommend that someone get involved in a situation like this. This individual was armed with a knife and caused severe injuries to the driver of this bus. What would be better is if someone calls 911, provides a description, direction of travel. If they can grab a photo of the person safely, that's great. If not, I would not want them to put themselves at jeopardy in order to obtain a photo or in order to take some other action that could put themselves at risk, especially if they're going to be in a situation where they're now going to be injured by this assailant who just injured someone else.
How about the driver? Can they be armed? Is there any regulation about that?
I can't comment on that. I don't know if the MTA would like to comment on that. Yeah, so the MTA employees are not armed. Yeah.
Not allowed to be?
Can you step up to the microphone?
The bus operators are not armed.
They're not permitted to be armed if they wanted to themselves?
Yeah, I do know that they are not armed. They can call into our dispatch center to make an emergency call and call on law enforcement through the bus dispatch. So that is how they report incidences that occur on the bus system.
Could you talk about the safety ambassadors and whether there was one there or not?
Well, we have safety ambassadors on the Metro system. They serve a primary customer service role. They're there to help the customer. We have ambassadors on various bus lines, but it's important to note that law enforcement is the appropriate responder for a situation like this, where you have somebody with a knife who is threatening the lives of operators and passengers. So law enforcement is the right resource for this type of incident.
Are you able to comment on whether riders are safe on your buses and trains?
Overall, the Metro system is safe. We are aware of the safety issues that we have on the system. We are doing a lot of things to improve safety. One of the main things we're doing is we're establishing closer relationships with law enforcement and working together with them to investigate and to identify suspects and to apprehend suspects. So we are in a close partnership with law enforcement, and we also have other resources that are available, such as ambassadors. But again, it's a multi-layered response that we are using to keep the Metro system safe.
Can you ID yourself and spell your name?
Sure. The name is Dave Sotero. I'm a spokesman for the Los Angeles County MTA or Metro.
Spell last name.
Sotero.
And what can you tell us about your driver?
We have supported our operator and his loved ones at this time. We have our executive at the hospital with the family at this time. This is a horrendous act of violence, and we are working closely with law enforcement to investigate this, identify the suspect, apprehend the suspect. So that's where we are right now. Fortunately, our buses do have cameras both inside the bus and outside the bus. So that's going to be a valuable tool to help law enforcement investigate this incident.
I know a lot of people don't feel safe after seeing a lot of these. Perhaps just they get broadcast more than proportionally. But what do you say to riders out there or citizens who don't feel safe getting on a bus or a train?
Well, I think that overall the Metro system is safe. We operate hundreds of thousands of miles of service. We have hundreds of thousands of boardings every day, but we are working very closely with our partners and with social service agencies. In the case of doing homeless outreach, we're working with social services for mental crisis teams on the system, and we're working closely with law enforcement, and we have ambassadors on the system. So we have a number of tools that we're using to help keep the system safe. I do not have the approximate age of the driver.
Releasing that photo to us now? The photo of the suspect?
Yes, so we're working on releasing the highest quality image that we have of the suspect, and we'll be putting that out soon on both social media and to the media.